And Brittany Campbell, of course, continuing her run of consistency with yet another top 3 finish. Steve Bowden looks over the field. Amy Arsenault brings the field through the restart zone, and across the line they go. That number 9, Mo's moving, leading the field through turn 2. Danny Tebow wasting no time to challenge his way through the lead. He's glued to the bumper of the 9 of Arsenal as they come across to complete the first circuit.
And Darrell Church backsliding on the top side. He's already back to 4th, in danger of falling out of the top 5. Here comes Barry Shaw. Here comes Rick Albanez sneaking a peek down to the inside. Magazine working that bottom lane, but Church is able to shut the door. As the field thunders down into turn number 1, it's Arsenal, Tebow, Duarte, and Shaw your top 4. Cavallero on the pounce takes a look down to the inside.
Yeah, Darrell Church, who a lap ago was trying desperately to get his truck to the bottom lane, now looking to hold on to that bottom lane, almost opened the door up for Mike Cavallero at the back straight of the last lap. The field fairly single file for now, all the way back to about 12th between Lenny Guy and Tom Scully, single file for now.
Barry Shaw still working on Danny Tebow. Danny having a good run early on as Shaw gets the run in down low down into turn number 1. That's the battle for 3rd. Tailgate to tailgate down into 3 and 4. Give the advantage to Shaw down on the inside.
Battle for 3rd, still hot, spicy, but the battle for 7th as well as Veneto with an inside look on the 13 of Alvarez. They come off a turn 2 together. The 8 of Brittany Campbell also looking to join the party as Veneto starts to edge his way, and just ahead of them, Cavallero now with the look to the inside of the 78.
Tebow backsliding out to the 6th spot. Up front battle for the lead, and Duarte is all over the back bumper of Amy Arsenault. Gives her a tap at the back bumper, settles in back behind, tries to nose up underneath, down the front stretch, battle for the lead, down to 1. Battle for the lead now is Mike Duarte finally getting his number 50 truck to the rear of the 9 car. About 8 cars back now. Rick Martin alongside number 13. Brittany Campbell was able to work her way back, but the battle for the lead still heating up. Nose to tail down off of turn number 2. Arsenault hanging on, a little bit loose off the corner, but then she gathers it back in as Duarte continues to pounce. Takes a look down to the inside. Look at the crossover move. Down low goes Duarte, looks for the lead down into 1. They are side by side, but Arsenault able to hold them off of 2 sideways. Arsenault goes around in front of the pack down to the infield. And a heartbreaker for Arsenault as the caution flag comes out for the first time. And Darrell Church to bring the field down. Looking for the green off the corner behind them. Mike Cavallero and Danny Tebow on the outside of row number 2. Up on the throttle they come. There's a green flag. Steve Bowden gives them the green, lets them loose, and Shaw sets solo at the top of the leaderboard. Yeah, Barry Shaw jumping out to the quick lead. Darrell Church looking to follow the 85 through turn 4. Mike Cavallero ducks down behind Church as they go nose to tail down to turn 1. Top 5 nose to tail. The battle is for 6th. Lenny Guy on the inside of Mike Albanez down the back straightaway. Guy trying to look for some running room as he works the bottom groove. He's got Tom Scully the 3rd and Marissa Morgan right on the tail there as they come off of 4. Heilborn high on the racetrack off of 4, sliding back to the tail end. It's 8 ducks in a row at the front. Rick Albanez, the odd man out. He's still looking to get his truck down to that bottom lane, but the 5 of Tom Scully going to slide up there and prevent him from doing so. Where further back, Mike Duarte has his hands full with the number 9 of Amy Arsenault. They both move on number 7 of Kenny LaValle off of 2. And Bolger slides up the racetrack as Duarte slides by on the inside. Right now, Tom Scully the 3rd making a move underneath the 13 of Albanez. That is this battle for the 7th position. Give it to Scully at the stripe. Up front, Barry Shaw dominating this one in the latter half. Darrell Church holding on for 2nd with Cavallero 3rd amid some heavy pressure from Veneto. Brittany Campbell now sliding up in front of the number 1 of Tim Bolger as Campbell, Arsenault, and Mike Duarte look to make quick work of this field as they try and recuperate from their early race woes. Going to be 14 down at the line. Campbell now looking to move to the inside of Arsenault as they wrap through turn 1 and 2. Yeah, it'd be the first night if this continues that Campbell does not finish on the podium this season as they head down off of turn number 4. The field continues to stretch itself out around the 3rd mile as Barry Shaw continues to control the pace down into turn number 1.
And Barry Shaw at the helm of this feature. 9 laps to go, that time by Mike Cavallaro sitting in front of the 29 of Veneta for now. Truck single file for now, all across the track, except back for the battle between the 20 of Highborn and the 1 of Tim Bolgers. They squeeze under LeBrun, who's lapped down. They go through turn 1 and 2.
Highborn gets that spot. Jake Veneta taking a look to the outside of Mike Cavallaro, trying to get up on the podium. Into 1 and 2 they go. 7 laps to go that time across the stripe as they race door to door down into turn number 3. Veneta climbing the ladder up on the outside.
Still wheel to wheel as they come off of 4. Veneta looking to get a run as they dive down into turn 1. They're even through 2. Mike Cavallaro looking to hold off the 29. Inseparable through 3 and coming towards you, Kevin, through 4.
5 laps to go this time across the stripe, and Barry Shaw sets the pace. Cavallaro holds on to the 3rd spot, that time at the stripe, with Darrell Church comfortably in the number 2 spot. Tebow is 4th, Guy is 5th as they come off the corner. Laps winding down. Cavallaro back in control for that number 3 spot. Trouble off of turn number 2. The 7 of La Valley goes around. The Moosip, Connecticut native brings out the second caution of this event at lap number 20.
His standing in the points, rather, with the strong finish here tonight. The field crossed over as Steve Bowden looks over the field. Through the restart zone they go. Green flag in the air. Barry Shaw and Darrell Church to the line alongside one another. Barry Shaw with the early advantage, clear of the 4. Same thing can't be said for the 80 car though, as the 80 now with the wheel well to the inside of that number 4 on the door of Darrell Church. They're now together across the stripe. Jake Veneta now, the 84 get a little squirrely as they go through turn 1 and 2, able to gather it back in together. The 29 car though, able to capitalize, looking to glue himself to the bumper of that 80 car, sorting themselves out for now.
Down into turn 1 and top 5 trucks nose to tail. And how about Tom Scully the 3rd? His best run in his rookie season. He is up into the 6th position, sliding by Lenny Guy, and he's got the 13 of Albernaz on his tail. Look at door, 3 wide off the corner. Lenny Guy slides down and shuts the door.
That battle between the 29 and the 80 has been hot and heavy for several laps now. The white flag is in the air, time running out to sort that out. Barry Shaw, though, out in front. Darrell Church looking to chase down the 85. Jake Veneta in the 29, though, with the advantage now over the 80.
Checkered flag will be in the air as Barry Shaw rolls off of turn number 4, picks up win number 2 on the season. Darrell Church in for 2nd. Veneta will round out the podium with the 80 of Cavallaro and the 78 of Danny Tebow, his best run for 5th.
This was hard-earned. I'm proud of this one. This feels like a win to us. We've had a really hard year. You know, we've stuck together, we've stuck to our process, and I really think we have a great race car. Finally, we earned it, and we belong here. So I'd like to thank my sponsors. First off, my dad, my crew, Ron, Boris, Jay Daniel, Dave Gilbert, my wife, my mom, my sponsors, Brad Ness, Viking Sheet Metal, thank you so much. Bumper to Bumper Accessories, Dunkin' Donuts, Haggerty Construction, Atlantic Cafe, Simple Sign Works, and JDV Productions. My brother's running a modified race up in Adnock tonight. It got rained out, so I feel bad for him. And one for Tom Scully Sr. too.
You heard it here, a 3rd place finish that feels like a win. Let's hear your 3rd place finisher, Jake Veneta. Darrell Church hopping out of the car. 2nd place finish for the 2nd week in a row. How's it feel?
Feels good, finally. The truck is coming in. I can't thank everybody enough. All my friends, Adam Giacomosi, Nick Wood, Barry Shaw Sr., my sponsors, Budget Drain, Jan's Recovery, my wife. It's great.
Yeah, it certainly took a couple of weeks, but it finally feels like you're starting to hit your stride. So just how hard is it week in and week out to get this thing dialed in and finally starting to tick?
The littlest change in the truck makes a big difference in it. It'll either change it for good or for the worse, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like a late model. And I got to thank Jimmy Kuhn for everything he does for me.
Well, it sounds like you're really starting to get this thing dialed in. So your 2nd place finisher, 2 weeks in a row, Darrell Church.
an embrace being shared between our top two finishers here. But for the second time this season in victory lane, waving the checkered flag, Barry Shaw Jr. Totally pumped up, as you should be. Congratulations, heck of a drive. I know I talk to you a lot week in and week out, and you got one win under the belt, but man, how good does it feel to have this second one?
Feels awesome, man. I got a little story. This morning, my wife and I went to Walmart, and, just picking up a few things, and the woman at the register was like, okay, your total is 18585, and I looked at my wife and said, that's a sign.
Well, the 85s were wild, and it certainly showed tonight, so I know it takes a lot of hard work to get this thing here every week. Who'd you like to thank?
I got to thank my dad. He made a little change in the heat race, unbeknownst to me, and I'm like, what'd you do to the car? He goes, I put it right there on. And I'm like, why? It was good in the practice. So I was a little disappointed at that, but he put it back to where it was, and it paid off.
Well, certainly was the right move because it got you here to the victory lane. So, fans, one more time for your win tonight.
And I'm also going to thank Roy, Everett Auto Parts, the fans. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Very shy, everyone.